Most of what you've heard about Freemasonry, some good things, some bad, are probably something that you heard from popular culture. Things like movies such as National Treasure, or maybe something that you've watched on the History Channel. Now, this is not to say that there aren't facts that one could learn in those forms of entertainment, but it's often embellished or radicalized. So here's the truth about the Freemasons and the birth of our nation, as well as their continuing influence today. To first understand the influence of the Freemasons had on the early stage of the United States, one must understand what the Freemasons believe in themselves. Freemason teachings are one of which stress a monotheistic belief, which is belief in one God. They are taught to strive to improve life for their society through their own personal improvement as well as good deeds for others. This involves charity to those in need, as well as the study and strive for the answers to the questions in life. This will lead to salvation of their soul and a place beside God. Perhaps the best way to describe the significance of Masonic teaching and its beliefs on the development of the United States is to explain the connection between the Freemasons and the first President of the United States, President George Washington. President Washington was a long-standing Mason, part of the first official Freemason Lodge in Philadelphia. Not only because of his contributions as General of the Army in the American Revolution, but mainly his ties to Freemasonry and the integrity and vision one needs to be a Mason was a prime reason he was selected as first President of the United States of America. President Washington, devoted to both the improvement of his new nation as well as the progress of his Masonic Brotherhood, made a point of naming a Masonic brother to every cabinet position for his term as President of the United States. He did this understanding that his Masonic brothers would be good leaders who would lay a positive foundation for our country. Now, there may be no better example of his Masonic beliefs holding true than when he stepped down, without question, from the seat of the presidency after his second term. This led to a compliment from even his enemy, King George of England, calling him the greatest man of his time. Now, President Washington may be the most prominent Masonic figure influencing the country, but by no means was he the only factor. Freemason beliefs can also be found in the most important document in the world, the U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Constitution's first part is the Bill of Rights. And 1/3, if not more, of the framers of the Bill of Rights were Freemasons, who stressed the need for equality, freedom of speech, and many more of the basic human rights that we observe today. Had it not been for their influence and contributions to the Constitution, it may have been difficult for our government to hold firm as long as it has without infringing on the rights that we see as citizens today. Now that we understand the influence on the infancy of our nation, we can point out the influences in our country today. Today, there are as many as 5 million members of Freemasons, many of which hold jobs within the government all over the world. Despite the rumors about Masonry, they are not committed to taking over the world or showing as one unified government, but rather helping America improve, and thus this will allow the teachings of Freemasons to spread. This continuing trust the American people have for members of the Freemasons Brotherhood can also be seen in the number of presidents elected who hold Masonic Brotherhood. At least 11 Masons have been presidents, with as many as 22 possible Masons. That's half of the presidency of the United States that were elected who had Freemasonry ties. This says a lot to the integrity and the honor and the oath that the Masonic Brotherhood holds, that is in connection to the greatest position anyone can hold within our country. If there is one thing that one should take away from this speech, is when the United States of America needed individuals of integrity and strength, we turned to the Brotherhood of the Freemasons. From George Washington's honor as first President of the United States to the integrity and foresight of the Masonic brothers who contributed to the development of the Constitution, it is obvious to see the importance of Freemasonry in our past and thus the necessity of looking to the Masonic Brotherhood to secure our future.